Hey guys, this is Pharaoh 2091, and welcome back to Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. Last time we left off, I just had a recording session yesterday. Where the hell did I leave off? Well, I did something, and I believe, yeah, okay, it was the whole recreation thing, and we got kicked out of there. Oh, and actually, we found something. Gumshoe said he found something in the main gate, so that's when we went left to investigate. Now I remember. Okay. And then, I think that was pretty much it. We also investigated inside the hideout and said it looks like there's supposed to be like 3 kidnappers. It's like, what? But we don't know yet, so here we are in the main gate, see what the hell we found out. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. Yep, that's another costume, alright. What? Was it out here in the open all along? No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. Then let's get down to it. Alright, well, first off, we can definitely see that something's sticking out from, like, the neck. What do we have here? Oh, it's another pendant! That's 2 treasures in one day! How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made of platinum silver, too! Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon? Is it possible that these two... Maybe? Hold it right there! Oh, who is it? Of course, of course. Hands off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you? Ugh! A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence. How can you tell? Look here, read off what you see. Lauren. Hey, it's a name that's engraved. It's a name that's engraved on this. And don't we know a Lauren? Why does it say Lauren D? Huh. Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper. No, you don't understand. Lolly, whatever. I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers. Lance! Really? You're kidding! Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers? Yes. Oh, okay. It was me. I held Lance hostage. So, Lauren is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved. Or over. Hey, guys! Case closed! Get the car ready, and I mean a special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time? Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in a murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect. We found it. Found what? That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are. Who are you calling a sham? The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon. So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. That's good. And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking onto the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Hey, got us there. Lauren, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him. I can't believe it. Oh, thanks for a confession. Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed. Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence. What more could you ask for? Miss Lauren? Yes? I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder. But why? I'm a kidnapper and a killer! Isn't that enough? It's fine if you're the one behind everything. Could you please, No, don't do that to your hair. It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? Okay. I've had a change of heart. I think I enjoy seeing you sulk away as a losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear about all the evil deeds you committed today. Alright, can't believe she is one of the kidnappers and she claims that she killed Deacon. What the hell? The one who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Amano would pay anything to get his son back, after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. There. Are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much. Lauren, is what you said really the truth? Yes, it is. If that's the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Yeah, and kind of like we just need a little bit more information. Mainly, it was pretty much her last statement where she said that just out of nowhere he just turned on her. But it's like, why? I mean, I don't know. It doesn't seem. I don't know. Let's just press on this one. Why do you think he? Why do you think he did? I have no idea, but maybe he was planning on doing so from the beginning. Oh my god, I cannot speak. Maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Lauren. Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill her from the very beginning? Is that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Why not? I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely. Huh? I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you. But why? We were total strangers! It's not uncommon for people to kill each other over money. Lauren, you really are clueless, aren't you? What do you mean? You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do. I can show you with a piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill her. And yeah, I think we all know where this is going. It's kind of saw this a mile away, but well, look at Mr. Deacon's pendant. You know, it says Colin Devore in the back, and we found out that's his real name, not Oliver Deacon. So that's one thing right here. Why are you showing this to me? So what about the pendant? This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are. So that we got that pendant, we also found this pendant, which is hers. It's shaped like a pair of wings. Lauren D. Lauren? Okay, yeah, that's her, but D? Wait a minute, it can't be now, can it? These two pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree? Hey, you're right, they're the same color and they're even made of the same material. And think about it. One was a horse, the other one was a pair of wings. Put it together and what do you get? And that name that you get from it should sound very familiar to what Lauren said earlier. I believe that these two pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try? See? Wow! It's totally Pegasus! See? Pegasus? Where have we heard that before? But why? Why does one pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's? You're a smart lady. I'm sure you could imagine why that might be. What? No! That can't be! So the two make a set. It's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything. You lack imagination, Agent Lang. Very well. I'll show you this evidence. This is a piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. And I would believe it would be his dossier, because it explains a little bit more about himself. Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devore, the name that is etched on the horse pendant. What? An alias? I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. It makes sense, given that it was written in Mr. Devore's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this. This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendant. And as you can see, we thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are. Sole daughter. Miss Dora had one daughter, and her name is Lauren. Pops, whatever. That's a lie! That person was not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in the kidnapping plot? What's so funny, Agent Lang? You're good at making these things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you? What are you trying to say? Your thinking's much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility. Is that so? Well, let's hear it. Oh crap, here comes this dude. Let's hear his other possibility. I'll grant you that the two of them are father and daughter, but isn't it possible they both knew that for fact? It was no coincidence that the reunited pair became involved in the House of Amato, and the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Wouldn't you say my scenario is perfectly probable as well? So this is his version of how things might have been. You don't have any proof that either one didn't know of their true relationship, right? You mean they knowingly committed a kidnapping as father and daughter? That's right. As one really rotten family. Is that really what happened? I'd better take a long, hard look at the evidence. Okay. Let's see here. Well, there's something here I don't really like, and I think it's this right here. It says the two of them made good use of their meetings to plan this little kidnapping. Really? But if you look at the stolen costumes, we know that there was 3 of them. So, if there is a third person, who is it? Or why weren't they in these meetings, so-called? You know, he never brought that one up. This kidnapping wasn't planned by just 2 people alone. And what kind of proof do you have of that? Quite simply, there were 3 kidnappers. 3! Okay, stop the kung fu pose there. 4 costumes were stolen from the Wild Wild West area's back room. We found one of them in the kidnapper's hideout. As for the other 3, we can assure they were being worn by 3 different people. We also found a set of 3 cups and 3 folding chairs that were used in the hideout. It all clearly points to a 3-man group. And I believe this third person is the real mastermind behind this kidnapping. Who? Who's this mastermind? I present to you the brains behind the kidnapping. Well, let's see who we got here, because we really don't have that much of a selection here. We got Gumshoe. No, because while he was looking for all over him, he was getting money. Lance, not Kay, not Agent Lang, not his assistant. He's dead. He's one of the kidnappers. Not Officer Meekins. She's one of the kidnappers, and not these 2. But that only leaves Lance. Could it be? Lance Amato! Yes, this abduction was in fact schemed by Lance himself. Recall what he said when he appeared before us. See, he asked if he saw the faces. No, we asked him, and he's like, no, but I saw 2. One was a woman. However, there were 3 kidnappers, which is in direct contradiction to what he said. But, I know I only saw 2 people. This guy was being held hostage. It's possible he couldn't see all 3 of them. Ah, yes, about when you were being held. I have my doubts about what happened then. Lance, would you mind telling us what happened while you were being held captive? I really don't remember much anymore. Honest. But if I don't tell you at least something, you won't believe me at all, will you? I guess not, so let's hear his testimony, and I guess we're going to call it a day and see what we can get out of him. I was kidnapped yesterday morning. Dan was shut in that room, blindfolded the entire time. But the kidnapper suddenly disappeared around the time I heard rain falling outside. Excuse me. My hands were cuffed, but it was a stroke of luck that they left me alone. I made my escape and ran away from that room as fast as I could. Through the underground passageway, I presume. He's not saying anything. Are you okay? Sorry, I really didn't want to recall that horrible ordeal, but now you believe me, right? No, not quite yet. How can you not? I mean, why do you look at me with those icy daggers in your eyes? Because he's a prosecutor, and because that's what they're all like. I'll have you know, Agent Ling, prosecutors' eyes are for discerning the truth. And should they be interpreted to be cruel at times, then so be it. Ugh. There's a sticking point in Lance's testimony. Let's see if he offers up when I push a little. And we'll be offering our rebuttal to his testimony next time, guys. So, as usual, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for Let's Play Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. I'll see you guys later.